Good morning. I'm here with John and Judy, and we've got a little yoga for you this morning, and I'm going to just turn this other set of lights off. I thought I did that earlier. Oh, there we go. So we're going to start off standing, and we're going to take the feet just underneath the hips, spread the toes wide, brace the core, and just breathe it up. Take that nice breath in through the nose, exhale, press the palms away, relax the shoulders. Again, inhale. Just feel how the body is anchoring towards the floor, pressing those palms away and down. Again, inhale. And exhale. Now begin to bend the knees. Inhale and exhale. Big breath in, stretch the spine. Exhale, bend those knees. This time as we reach up, and just link the palms and press them up towards the ceiling. Now squeeze the shoulders back and down. Release that tension out of there. And squeeze the body all the way down from shoulders, pulling the core tight, squeezing the glutes. Now we're going to inhale and just take a lengthening of the spine and exhale over to that right side. And you might even just gently extend that stretch by pulling softly with that right hand on that left hand. And releasing back through the center. And exhale. Inhale. We're going to get a little bit of work in this yoga, but not too much. We're really just going to work on caring for our bodies. One more time. Exhale, bend those knees. Inhale, link the hands up. Let the shoulders settle down. They're still engaged, core tight, glutes squeezing. And then inhale up for the spine and exhale over. Again, you might just gently be stretching a little farther. We're only going as far as the body wants to go. Next inhale, we breathe it up and exhale down. Inhale and exhale. I hope the day is finding you well. Take it up. This time we're going to just ease back into those side bends and exhaling. And we're going to find a little bit more movement. So inhale, make sure you're squeezing the glutes and the core. Exhale to the other side. Again, just a slow movement, working with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing as we just find that spinal flexibility. And last time over, and inhaling up. Release those arms. Let's just get a nice shoulder roll. Breathing deep. And then rolling it back around. All right, we're going to take those feet wide. So pressing into that left leg. You guys are going to be doing opposites with me since we're facing the camera. We're going to bend that left knee. Good. So just check, making sure that knee is above the ankle, not passing over it. I'm going to turn those hips towards the front so we can really press into that long leg and just shift so you find that comfortable spot for your body. Squeeze the glutes tight and then rotate those hips to the front. Now let's inhale those arms up. Exhale and release. Brace in the core. We're going to just find a little push towards the wall and a pull towards the other wall. So you want to isolate the lower body, keeping it strong. Squeezing the glutes tight, keeping the core engaged so the lower back is protected as we work forward and back. Just breathe in, exhaling. Finding that breath as we move front and back. Last one. Now as you extend back, straighten that right leg. This time squeeze the bum extra tight. We're going to reach with that right arm and let it softly come down to the leg to find triangle. So core is tight still, and you're going to rest that hand wherever it's comfortable. If you're there, stay there, but focus on pulling that belly in and rotating the chest towards the camera. Shoulders relaxing. And then we're going to bend that right knee and push up, finding that warrior two again. Good. Let those arms relax. We're going to pivot this back leg forward and then rotate our hips so they're facing this side of the room again. Knee over that ankle, always. Squeezing those glutes to make sure they're safe. And we're going to inhale, arms reach up overhead. And exhale, just let those shoulders release. Belly button is tight. Release those hands, let them come softly back behind the hips. Link the fingers and let those arms stretch long. You might even lift those arms if it's comfortable. But think about the crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling, opening that chest slightly towards the top. A big long stretch here as we warm up those legs. And release those hands. Inhale the arms up. And exhale. Hands are going to come down to the floor. So we find that nice lunge. So just let those hips drop. I'm going to start with that nice stretch. Let the hands come palms flat, but spread those fingers out wide so you can apply pressure throughout the hand, not just at the wrist. Brace your core. Step that front foot back and we find down dog. Now from here we're just going to pedal those heels so you can push into those hands. If you're comfortable, you can let that head relax and hang. Core is tight. And then roll the body forward slowly towards that plank. And we're just going to hold that plank for a moment. So exhale, feel those shoulders strong and stable. And then let's softly put those knees to the ground. Elbows are going to come in towards the rib cage as we lower halfway, strong back still, and then belly releases to the floor. Shoulders roll back and down. We lengthen that spine. And we're just going to breathe here for a moment. Good. We're going to take those hands forward. Let the forearms press to the floor. Squeeze that butt extra tight. Lift the crown of the head up. And then take that eye gaze forward. Good. Release the upper body down. Hands come back by the chest. Tuck those toes and exhale to our down dog. And then just pedal the feet. Ooh. All right, again. Heels down. Inhale. Roll the body forward to that plank. Building that strength. Knees up or down. Elbows in towards the chest. Holding for a moment briefly and then releasing. Roll the shoulders back and down. Feel the lengthening of the spine. We're squeezing our bum. And then when you're ready, extend those hands slightly forward. Forearms to the floor. Lifting and lengthening that spine. Good. Belly button is tight. Release. This time hands come back by the chest. But we're just going to ease back into child's pose. Set those hips back and down. Let the forehead rest to the floor. Soften the shoulders. And we just worked our shoulders a little bit. inhale, lift the chest up. Take that right arm underneath the left arm, and then set that shoulder and ear softly to the floor, all the while letting those hips relax back towards the heels. We'll just soften everything here, taking a few breaths. You can take that breath in through the nose, and exhale it gently out through open lips. Belly button is tight. Lift up and exhale. Come back to that child's pose. Forearms resting on the floor. Now you're going to put the fingertips at an angle. So fingertips come together. We're almost making a diamond. And then take the toes, tuck them under. Brace your core. We're going to shift up to dolphin. So toes are tucked under, and we're going to press and lift. Core tight. Now those heels might not reach the floor. Keep the belly tight. Tuck those knees down. Come up to the hands. To horse stance. Hands below shoulders. Knees below hips. Core tight. Back is straight. And we're going to inhale, opening up the chest to the front, tipping the head up slightly, letting the belly drop, and then exhaling, rounding the spine softly, letting the head drop as the back reaches up towards the ceiling. Again, inhaling. Good. Just move through that cat and cow. 3 or 4 times, depends on how quickly you're breathing. And then push, toes tuck under, we push into that down dog. But knees bent here because we're going to walk those feet forward into our forward fold. Heels under hips, and we find ragdoll here. So hands opposite. That's all right, we're just taking our time, getting a little deeper stretch through the spine. And let that head soften. Belly button is tight, hands back to the ground. Bend those knees nice and deep, and then inhale and roll all the way up. All right, take just a moment and grab a drink if you need a drink. We're going to take our feet wide again. Just a chance to reset. So feet wide. Now this time we turn that left toe out. We bend that left knee. Hips and shoulders face the front. We're squeezing all the way down that long leg, pushing evenly into the feet. When you're ready, inhaling those arms up, just to shoulder height, and then relaxing. So still squeezing those legs tight. Let's reach forward and back. Extra tight squeeze of the bum. Core stays tight. So we want to keep our arms level. I don't know, maybe if you were sanding, our arms are the scruffies, sandpaper. There we go. And we're just easing softly back and forth, breathing as we go. Scruffies was my technical word. Sometimes the words don't come. One more time. Let's push to straighten that leg. And then extend that arm, letting that arm just softly come down to the leg for triangle. Just turning the shoulders towards the front. If you have trouble with that, maybe just focus on this lower shoulder, moving it to the front. The top one automatically comes. Core is super tight. All right, we're gonna bend those knees. Inhale and press up. Woo. A little shake out of those arms. We're gonna pull that back leg out to the front. and then turn our bodies. So find that spot, bring that left knee just over that ankle, and then pivot around that foot wherever you need to so those hips can turn. Inhale those arms up, nice and long. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Now we're still squeezing our glutes. You guys look great. Let's take those hands behind, linking fingertips. Pressing down if it feels good, lifting if you like that. But then focusing on lengthening the spine and just looking softly to the ceiling. Brace that core. Let's inhale those arms up. Reaching a nice long stretch up and exhaling, hands come back down. Now, take a moment just to be attentive to the pressure in your feet. Are you pushing into one foot more than the other? Can you even that out? Inhale, breathe it up. And exhale, hands come back. Good. Nice stretch there. Ooh. And then release those arms. We're going to take those hands down to the floor. Find that lunge. Let those hips stretch. Spread the fingers wide. Brace the core. Take that back leg back to down dog and pedal those heels. Maybe you're getting that heel to reach the floor on the second go round. If you tend to get a little dizzy, keep the eye gaze up towards the hands. All right, both heels reaching towards the floor. Inhale, unravel the spine to that plank. Let's hold a little longer on this first one, yes? Ooh. All right, knees down if you want, elbows in towards the chest as we lower to crocodile, holding, and then releasing. Ooh, shoulder blades roll back. Glutes are squeezed tight to keep our lower back safe. And then hands come forward, forearms down. Feel the crown of the head reaching forward and then up as we look forward. Everybody still squeezing their glutes? Good. All right, release. Hands back by the chest, toes tucked. We're going to push back to that down dog. Exhaling and then letting those heels just pedal. Good. When you're ready, both those heels press down, brace that core, roll to plank. Stacking shoulders just above wrists, fingers and palm of the hands taking that weight. Knees up or down, you choose. Elbows in, stopping for crocodile, and then releasing for baby cobra. Squeeze glutes as you lift that chest. Exhale, slide those hands forward. Lift the chest just a little bit farther. Good. Exhale. This time we push back into that child's pose. Exhaling. Good. Set those hips back. Let that forehead rest as the eye gaze looks towards the toes. We relax those arms towards the mat. All right. Take that back arm. Left arm threads the arm. Set the left shoulder and ear towards the floor. Rest here again. Just enjoying that nice shoulder stretch. Belly button is tight. Really lift the chest. Take the fingertips, point them together to make that top part of the triangle. Forearms down. Tuck those toes. Brace the core and exhale back to our dolphin. A little bit of shoulder work here for us. Belly button is tight, knees come back down. We come into our horse stance. Knees underneath hips, hands below shoulders, feet relaxed. Shoulders back and down. Let's inhale, let the belly drop. And exhale, round it back to that cat. Let that back arch. Inhaling, moving the belly towards the floor, lifting the head. Paying attention attention to how your spine feels. Seated position. All right. So let's just have those feet come wide. You can lift your hips up. You can pull a little bit of that meaty back end, whatever junk you got in your trunk. I got junk in my trunk. All right, so let's flex those feet. Feel those quads pulling up. Feel the lengthening of the spine. Inhale up and exhale. We're going to hinge forward, still squeezing those feet flexed. And as you come close to that floor, relaxing everything, hands, feet, letting that forearm rest towards the floor or hands. If you're extra flexible and you can reach the forehead to the floor, feel free. I'm just going to breathe here. See if you can relax those adductor muscles. See if you can relax tension out of the shoulders, pulling them back and down. Feel the crown of the head reaching forward with the inhale, and exhale, let the chest move closer to the floor. Inhaling and exhaling. Belly button is tight. Softly walk those hands back. And we're going to take that right arm, place it under, palm facing up. Inhale the long spine and exhale for a little side bend here. We sweep up, windmill those arms up and over to the other side, lengthening the spine in the center before finding that side bend. Oh, we've got some glorious sunshine happening here. Today is Friday. Yes. And again, just breathing up. Extending that spine long. So if you're seeing this on Sunday or later, I hope that you've got a little sunshine for yourselves today. It's kind of cloudy yet sunny all at the same time here. All right, big breath up through the center. Inhale, let's find that extension. Squeeze those feet, flex them, brace that core, extend and reach. Hands rest towards the floor and everything softens. Belly button stays tight. Let that head start to hang. Let the feet relax. Just let the mind become aware of what the legs are feeling. Are you still holding some muscles tense to hold the position? If you can't relax them where you're at, move the hands back a little bit until you can find that spot. We can honestly just let go of the muscles. Let them soften and stretch. Belly button is tight. Walk those hands back as you inhale and lift the chest. All right, we're going to take the right leg towards the front. And you've got an option here. You can do 90-90, so you can take that left leg back to 90. You're going to let that right leg move wherever it needs to if you want to try to move towards swan pose. So stay here if you like, or straighten that left leg and lift the hips up and over. Now, if you stayed in 90, then you're just going to put both hands down, pull those elbows in, lengthen the spine. If you went here with me to swan, I want you to focus on this left hip. Let it rest towards that right heel. Feel how that stretches more over here. So then you're going to move a little side to side to find the right stretch. So nothing should be painful. So if it is, ease back, go to the 90-90. Whatever's right for you. Now let's see if we can soften our bodies a little bit, let it relax. And then if you want, you're going to move a little farther forward, coming into extended swan or extended forward fold with that 90-90. So you just decide where you want to go. Regardless of which pose you chose, make sure you're still pulling the belly button in tight. Brace the core, push the hands up, lift the chest, but we're going to walk those hands over to the right side. So even if you're in 90-90, you're still walking those hands over. And then everybody just releases the upper body towards that front leg. We feel how that stretch deepens again in those hips. We're going to make our legs be kind of like a nice filet mignon. We're going to let them be really tender here. Just let them soften and relax. Brace the core. Gently lift the shoulders, the upper body. Keep that core tight. Walk those hands back to center so they're just underneath shoulders. Tuck that left toe under and back. If you're in 90-90, you're just going to shift the hips up, and we're going to shift to the other side. You can move right through there with a down dog like I did, or just shift the hips back and then switch legs. So again, just find that middle ground first. So we're working at pulling that right hip towards that left heel. This is my harder side, so if you're like me and you got things that are a little imbalanced, just be patient with your body. When you're ready, ease forward. Might be forearms. Might be fully extended forward. Just slowly find the spot where you feel the best in the stretch without pain. Feel a little intense if you're all the way down. As long as it's still feeling good, you can stay there. Remember, you can play around with where the hips are and go side to side or front to back. One more breath in. And with that next inhale, we're going to lift the chest up and then walk the hands over towards the left side. Everybody walks it over wherever it's comfortable for you, letting that chest rest towards that front leg. And then softening. So we feel that stretch on the side of our body, as well as the legs and the hips. Still engaged, just softly. All right, let's take those hands back. Inhale, brace the core. Now, if you were in 90-90, stay there because we're headed your way. Set the hips back. Shift that front leg up. Pull that back leg in if you went with me to swan. And then we find that nice long spine. Take the hand, left hand behind. We're going to shift onto the knees and extend the arm up, squeeze in the bum, and then if you want a little bit more, just open the chest up. keep the legs right here. Take the hand behind. Bring the knees up. Feet stay still. We shift. We're ready to do that on the other side. So squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lift the hips. And if you want, opening the chest. Brace the core, shift down. And we're going to come towards the front again. So let's take our right leg, and we're going to have it nice and long. Take the left leg up and over. So if you need to, just help that hip along. You can pull that leg in closer if you want. We're going to hug that left leg into our chest and wrap our right arm to hold that leg in close. Now, left hand comes behind. I want you to inhale, lengthen the spine first, and then exhale, take the eye gaze over that left shoulder. And then just see if you can release some of the weight in those left fingers. So it's just a soft placement of the hand behind the body. And shoulders are relaxed, but we're still feeling the crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. Now if this feels good, stay there. If you're looking for a little more stretch, slide that right hand down to the outside of that left foot and extend it up straight. And then you can take that back arm up. Now just release those shoulders if you want with me here. Keep the core in tight. You can push that right hand into the foot to deepen the spinal twist. Feel that long stretch of the legs, outside of the hips and the spine, and a soft release. Everything releases down, and we switch sides. Left leg out in front, right leg crosses over. You're going to hug that right leg in, give it a nice big hold with that left arm. Right hand comes behind. We inhale to lift the spine first, and exhale to look over the shoulder. Good. Just see if you can take the weight out of that back hand. It's just resting there, ever so soft. Core is still tight. Stay here if you'd like for a few more breaths, or take that left hand to the outside of the right foot, extend that leg, and then inhale, sweep that right arm up and back. And use the hand as a leverage on the foot to deepen the twist. Shoulders relaxed. And then softly release. All right, let's just take those legs over to the side. And we're going to roll it down. Good, core stays tight. Let the spine just soften into the floor. Shoulders relaxed. And we're going to take the right leg up, place that ankle onto the opposite knee. Judy and John have to take an opposite day today. If you want, you're going to take those hands and link the fingers on the back of that left leg. That allows your right elbow to gently open that right knee. And if you want more, you're going to ease those legs closer towards the upper body. So try to soften those legs as you're inching them to a comfortable stopping point for you. And then, can we relax our shoulders? Can we do that? Oh, beautiful, Judy. Good. Now, if you want to try a little something different, you might straighten that left leg, pressing the heel towards the ceiling, flexing that foot, and just see if that changes the stretch in a good way for you. If it doesn't feel better, go back to the other option. All right, everybody releases so we can switch to the other side. So if you want, you might link those hands through. Good. can pull those legs closer. Again, you might have two different flexibilities. Don't force anything. We want it to feel good and to benefit our bodies. And if you want to try that straight leg on this side, press that right heel up to the ceiling. And then shoulders relax. So those arms are working, but we still want the shoulders to soften back towards the mat. Soft release. Just hug those knees in towards the chest. Good. And then let's do some circles with those knees. Give the lower back just a little massage. This doesn't have to be really big. Just take 3 circles one direction, 3 the other. Good. Brace that core. Arms are going to come out wide. We're going to tuck both knees up and over towards the left elbow. And then let those legs soften. So we're at where it feels comfortable. If you want, take that left hand and just softly place it on the top leg. It's just going to hold those legs still while you let the spine relax and stretch. If you want, just close your eyes as we move closer to Shavasana. Really start to slow the breath down. Letting it sink in a little deeper. Belly button is tight. Hands come back to the floor. We're going to brace that core. Inhale and take the knees up. Keeping that core super tight, take the legs over to the other side. Just letting them relax. Finding that initial spot where we can just soften the body. The tension move away. And then decide, do you want to take that right hand and place it on the top leg? And we still keep the belly just gently pulled in towards the spine, so our lower back has some support. Keeping that core tight, we're going to begin to pull the belly in and bring those knees up to center. Hug those knees in. Let's take that back leg up towards the ceiling. You can link the hands and set the other leg towards the front, down, flat to the floor, or with the knees bent, whatever feels good for your body today. And this top leg can be slightly bent if that feels better. All right, let's try flexing that top foot. Feel that stretch intensify all the way down the back of that leg. Very nice. Core stays tight. We're going to softly bend that knee and switch sides. So just find that initial stretch. The whole leg is relaxed. That breath is low and slow. And then when you're ready, start to flex that foot, feel that heel stretching to the ceiling. Shoulders relaxing back towards the floor. nice time. This time we're going to bring that other leg up towards the ceiling. So let those legs come right above the hips. So we have a tendency to want to pull them back towards the head, but we're going to make a nice L shape with our bodies right now. Just let the arms open wide, palms up. We're going to take just a little restoration time here. Feel free to close your eyes. Keeping that core softly engaged. Can you open the chest up more? Maybe pull those shoulder blades down towards the spine to open up the chest. And then we're going to reach those arms out wide, taking them overhead. Stretch them long, and when you get settled in your position, let those arms relax back to the mat. And then just see, can we pull those toes down, feel those heels press. So we find a nice stretch along the back of the legs again. And then just release the feet. Alright, we're ready for Shavasana. You can stay here if you'd like. You can lay flat. You can find a seated position if you prefer. So just take a moment to get yourself situated. If you think you might get cold, feel free to put a little something else on. Just take a minute as you slow your breath even more to make sure that this is the right spot for you for the next few minutes. If at any point this pose no longer feels good, honor your body and just move to some other pose that feels better. Begin by closing the eyes softly. Take that inhale through the nose and then exhale. Imagine there's a mirror right in front of your open lips and you're going to exhale and just softly fog that mirror. That breath just a few times. Let's begin to add a little timing to it. So inhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, hold the breath for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slow exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Again, inhaling. Holding. Exhaling slowly. So breathe in deep. Hold that breath. And then completely exhale, relaxing the whole body. Inhaling. Holding. And exhaling. 2 more times at your pace. the inhale, we're just going to slowly turn the head towards the right side. As we exhale, finding a stretch through the neck. Breathing here a couple more times. Inhaling, slowly bringing the head towards the other side. Finding a comfortable position to let it relax so you can breathe. And then bring the legs up towards the chest. And then rolling to your side. Tucking the hands underneath the head. So make a little pillow for the head so that the spine and neck stay in alignment. Alright, when you're ready, just take that top hand, press and lift the body halfway up. Exhaling and moving into that seated position of your choice. Alright, core is tight. Let's inhale, breathe those arms up. Exhale, press those palms away just like we started. Inhale, breathe it up. And exhale. One more time, breathe it up. This time palms come together overhead. Exhale, bring in the hands to the heart center. And I thank you for coming and sharing a little bit of time with me today. Thank you, Judy and John, for joining me. Usually I'm by myself nowadays. I appreciate it.
Good job.